Hi everyone, thank you very much for coming back to my studio, and for those new, thank you for stopping by. And in this video I'd like to share with you how to draw the armchair in perspective using the geometry lines instead of using the conventional vanishing point. And of course I'm applying the same techniques from my previous drawing to an armchair, and this drawing is aimed to those beginners and to those who aspires to be product designers, but this is just the basic techniques how to draw an armchair in perspective without the vanishing points. And the same method apply to the same different subject. Maybe some of you may ask, why do I need to do the same method for such a small object as an armchair? But just like playing drum, and for those beginners you need to start with a tempo, with your beat, with the drum. But when you get into the advanced stage, you don't need those tempo anymore, just like drawings. Drawing is the same thing, the way, but so therefore this drawing exercise for those targeting those, aiming to those beginners, those learners, not the drawing practitioners or not those advanced. So I hope you understand, and I hope you watch this video to the end, and I hope it worthwhile sharing, and I hope it really is insightful and worth for you, for your project. Thank you very much for watching, and to click the subscribe buttons. Thank you. Hi everyone, thank you very much for coming back to my studio, drawing studio. To those new, thank you for stopping by. In this video I'd like to share with you how to draw the armchair in perspective using geometry lines without the vanishing point. And I started with creating an isometric shape of a square shape in isometric position. From above, and extrude them downward with vertical lines. This drawing is the main purpose of this drawing is to draw an armchair in above views in perspective without the vanishing points. It's applying the same techniques method of using drawing buildings, architecture drawings into furniture. So now back to this drawing, and of course it's the same method using square shape vertical lines as this to start my drawings, to start the whole thing, starting with the massing, indicating all lines only. And now I'm going to find the center line of each side, each faces, at each face, starting with the cross line diagonals from one corner to the other to find the center point. The center point is the beginning where I can find and divide them into 3 or 5. So, and of course this on the flat floor as well, where the cross meet, there will be the center point above 2. On the side, I find the center line here too. By starting with all this reference, the most important part to begin with, this will make my drawing much easier. On this side, this will be the front side of it. Now I need to divide into 3, because there will be 3 most important part: the arm support and the cushions for this armchair. marking to find to identify they are before they get lost into multi-layers of lines. Now I'm going to divide into two. There's only need two layer here because one is where the frames where the cushions where they're sitting, the apron, and above the top it will be the rest where you're sitting on it. Of course, I'm going to connect them, divide them again using the center points. Like that. The front will be flat. The back is a slightly round shapes. Would this be a curvy half circular armchair? So the back will be higher, the front is lower. So I start with these reference lines like this, diagonal. Then draw the curvy lines at the back like this. Just follow that going slope down like this. And of course at the bottom as well. So just extrude that line downwards, project it, connect it from the same shape below. So before I'm going to find the thickness of the arm support by creating this on this side, another half again into half, and similar to that side there, like this. So in a way it will be in proportion from the closer view to the further views by using this geometry. Right, all the way down. So I'm going to cut this bottom into half. One is the apron rail and the top is the cushions. Just make it simple for now. Right, that I'm going to add a line in between to accentuate it with different components. The bottom is the apron rail and the top is above is the cushions. So now I'm going to use that line, the square line, align with the outline of this armchair, the rest rail at the back, and also the arm support at the front. Just like this. Of course, find a center line there, center point there. Extrude the lines. Like that. Again at the front to be connected with that. To show that the shape of this armchair. And the bottom, that cushion shape where the side met. And again, using the line, the outline there, to get closer. Project like this. Again, I need to add as many information for now, using all these lines that I started with. Now I'm going to draw the front there for the round arm support. The front round arm support, just like that. So, and of course, goes all the way to the back. course, why it is round is because the nature of sponge underneath the surface, underneath the fabric that wrap this timber frame inside. So add another line there. Just with this line, align with the cushion below. That should accentuate or emphasize the difference between the front armchair and the back, which is the front is much shallower and the back is deeper. Align the two. So for now, I'm just adding more line on the front armchair support and also the back support, vertical, and also the using the line to the curvy line to imitate the nature of the round shape of the arm support. So now I have as much information as I need, and of course the next step is to add darker line at the front, because I like the light coming from the rear side of that, and of course it's much darker at the front on this side. And started with the apron or front rail darker, and also the front arm support there, and also in between this apron and the cushions, just to accentuate the line between the two components, much darker. So the cushion here, I like to make it just a bit of, rather than just flat, I like to bit of detail and not too much, just to show the nature of that spongy cushion above. And before further, I like to hatch again at the back with the back rest side and the side rest. And again, repeat the same process, much darker. And I'm going to make it much darker underneath this round armchair support, because it's a overhang in a way, so of course it's giving a sense of a shade underneath below. At the same time, I by adding that darker side hatchet and below, it bring that curved round shape of the armchair support forward, more impulsive in a way. But now I'm going to hatch this curvy shape of the top of this armchair, the back support and the front armchair support, just hatching instead of a vertical line as I did on the flat surface. I hatch it the way it's shaped, the way it is, the round shape, so imitate exactly the nature of that, but hatch it not to the end of the line below, leave it the line just before the line, leave it light. The reason being is, by doing that, the shape of the round shape of this, make it look, by having a contrast, the back is lighter rather than completely dark at the same time with the rest, it make it curvy, as opposed if it was continuation of that dark line, it may make it look rather flat. So by doing that, it gives the sense of a curvy shape, having that little contrast there, as I am doing right now. There. Again, much darker there. Now is a vertical line, vertical hatch there. And of course, if I make it darker, I might need to make sure it's much darker at the front, because it's, the light is coming from that side, on the left side, and darker side on the right. This hatching process is, for me, it is important to do it, to repeat it rather than try to do at once, because it may actually distort the original purpose or intention of the drawing. Again, at the top, that will be the head support of that. Hatch it to the way it's shaped, round. Just like this. And the cushions, rather than just blank, I'm going to put around the straight line there. You may have noticed some of the detail that I added around small dot around there. Initially I want to put more detail of these cushions, this armchair, but for now I like to stick with the plan. The original plan is just to draw how to draw this armchair in perspective with geometry rather than the vanishing point. Therefore I stop with too much of detail, just to show the indication of the shapes in relation to perspective drawing for now. So perhaps the next exercise I will do much more detail of these armchair drawings. Again, I'm going to make it much darker there to give a bit of contrast between the closer view to the further view. by making it much darker on this side, they bring it forward, the drawing, to make it much clearer. And of course on that side too. It's pretty sketchy line at the moment, but this is always the case to start with. And of course I can add more line after to make it tidy up a little bit. And now I'm going to hatch the side, the back rest armchair to support the armchair at the front and the back, to accentuate the difference between the side and the cushions. Like that. So now I'm going to add the cross hatch to make it much darker, overlap the vertical hatch lines. Of course, that more at the front here on the cushion too. Just tidy bit a bit on the outlines. Like that. So here it is, my very first armchair drawings. Armchair drawing in perspective, using geometry line without the vanishing points, and hopefully the next exercise I will do the same thing, but much more details. And this exercise drawing is good for the product designers who are aspired to be product designers. So this is the drawing exercise for you. Thank you very much. Please subscribe. Thank you.